Are you ready? I'm glad to see everybody's waking up, getting loose a little bit, because we're going to have a party tonight. Get your hands together, please. Another band from Louisville, Kentucky. Bride.
Song now called Fire and Brimstone. We're gonna burn! While the words have been said, no new visions or chapters of spirit. Every song has been sung. Tolling bells have been rung. Why are coming for you? So you will know. Everybody's got a chance, fire and brimstone. Why are coming for you? So you will know. Everybody's got a chance, fire and brimstone. Fire and brimstone. Oh, fire and brimstone.
forever in darkness.
Keith Miles, Linda Martinez, and most of all, I'd like to thank
Jesus.
you gave it away. Jesus Christ. This is the title cut from our first album. And we rode on horses all the way here. This is so called Show No Mercy.
Yeah. raging, holding us down. Time to let us away, boy, or time to let it drown. We won't go, hell no, we won't go. We won't go, hell no, we won't go. All the rope, the time to kneel. The storm is raging with the vengeance to kill. Bakehouse lawns and cruelty lightning. The waves beat the shit with guns just the scream. We won't go, hell no, we won't go. We won't go, hell no, we won't go. Listen up. Again, what's the guy see out there? Man overboard! Hey man, that dude's walking on the water! Wow! It is the driver we fight for our life. Not afraid of death, but I don't want to die. Parade out loud and come to the deck. No glory for fighters when they finish in the rack. We won't go, hell no, we won't go. We won't go, hell no, we won't go. We won't go to hell, no, we won't go. We won't go to hell, no, we won't go. We won't go to hell, no, we won't go. We won't go. We won't go to hell, no, we won't go. We won't go to hell, no, we won't go. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my goodness gracious, take this. Thank you very much.
What? This is the most requested song that we've ever received in our entire life. It's not by us, it's a song by Judas Priest. I'm just teasing with you people.
Yes, on the court.
People in Kentucky never even listen to heavy metal. We have to make up our own songs. This is a song called Thunder in the City. See, I really do sing that part on the album. In a world of my own. You know I'll see it through. I can be bent in one like you because I'm thunder. Thunder in the city. Oh, I'm thunder. Thunder in the city.
Because it's one of my favorite songs of all time. Forward, thunder, and the... What is everybody back here doing sitting down? You at a rock and roll show? Or you at the funeral parlor? If you don't stand up for Jesus, you're not saved. That's what I thought. If it's final, we reach back in the back row and hit you all real nice with it. Is there any way I can get the house lights on to see who's not participating? Guess not. I'd like you to introduce the band now. Y'all having a good time? There's those people. Y'all come around, look at them. Y'all come around, look at these people who's not participating. I don't care. You paid your money. I got it. Doesn't matter if you participate or not. I'm going back to Kentucky with all your money. No, not really. We're filming it back, man. Way up in Indiana, a brand new bass player, Partipillo! On the drums from West Germany, Rolland! longest introduction you've ever seen in. My brother is right up there. And he is on guitar, Troy Thompson. Mr. C. Osborne!
wounded hero, standing dying in the acid rain of disgrace. Yeah. Why has the danger of time changed? Heroes, heroes, heroes in the sky. They will all fade away, except the one who rides.
everybody. Jesus Christ.
That's it! It is 10:30 at night. The neighbors are going to love us. Let's blow the roof off.
Fire and brimstone.
color?
No, I don't think we did.
Are we rolling?
It was all blue.
Oh, are we rolling?
Yes, we're rolling. The
Yes.
little lights blink.
Oh, let me introduce the band to you real quick. We're a bunch of country boys. Play a little heavy metal. Down here, this is Frank Partipillo. He's Italian. Oh, over here.
I like pizza.
Yeah, over here. Hey, buddy.
Better show Steve.
Oh,
You wanna come this way? Come this way?
Can you come here?
This way.
Keep the camera that way a little bit, will you? Thank you, buddy. This is Stefan Rolland here.
Hi, that's me. He's German.
He's German.
Don't you have any Americans?
We have a couple of Americans.
Dawson's a Cuban.
He's from Miami. Well,
Dawson's the newest member of the band.
newest member of the band.
He's a new guy.
He took another guy's place. Well, I can't remember that guy's name. This is go ahead and introduce
I'm
yourself.
Troy Thompson, and this is
Dale Thompson.
You're not related, are you?
No, not in the least. No.
Only by birth.
Yeah, same parents, but different grandfathers and grandmothers.
Makes a difference.
Yeah. Dawson, you're the low man on the totem pole, man. You're brand new.
So you got to carry all the guitars out, right? Is that right, Dawson?
No,
No.
carry him out.
You get. Oh, you got to. Did they make you stay and polish the drums?
No, I got to polish the drums.
No, but he has to polish the drums.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you polish the drums instead?
Because I had to polish the drums.
And don't play with that carpet, man. This is the rehearsal room. Very intelligent place. Most people think that bands.
Good shot of my boogie.
Oh yeah, mess a bookie back here. We'll do some advertisement for a company that won't give us any endorsements.
It's only fair.
Yeah. This is the design for the new T-shirt.
For all of those who.
In case somebody's interested. Do we have enough lighting over there?
Yeah, except your hand shadow on the cover of it.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That's real tacky looking.
No problem. Don't let it happen again.
Yeah. This is a pretty lovely place.
Should we
The
walk
detail.
outside?
Well, I think that's enough for the boring band interview segment. What do you think?
Yeah, we might need to think of some questions. and
Yeah,
stuff.
let's go in and get serious
I got
about
a couple of questions.
this rock and roll thing.
I know,
Dawson,
but
you're not allowed to
it's
ask
in your
those.
contract, man. Read your contract, okay?
When you turn it off.
Depends. No, you don't have.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Dale Thompson of Bride, Troy, and Dawson here. As you well know, we've
Experienced many member changes
throughout the years, and tonight we're about to go out and try to find some of the lost members of Bride. We went through a lot of member changes.
What happens is they don't just leave the band, but they disappear mysteriously. And tonight, you see,
It's not funny, Dawson.
there's only 3 of us here, and Frank Partipillo and Stefan Rolland is missing. We're going to look for them and try to find out what happened to some of the others.
We think maybe they went out to look for the last guitarist.
Come this way with us.
Come this way. This is the hideous creature which has been kidnapping the band members of Bride. If you see this creature, please be careful. It's very dangerous. We've never seen any of our missing band members again.
Okay. Whenever y'all ready, you can just start.
Come this way. We're looking for the creature.
For the creature.
You know. Ah! Ah! What was that?
Come on, let's keep going. We think we can find this thing. Come this way. This way. This way.
No, this way. Come on.
This way.
Right. I hear something over here. Ah!
Never fear.
This
Keep
way.
coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. It's down in the woods.
Down. Please come along.
Come on, faster,
Come
faster.
on.
Walk this way.
It's this way. I'm sure
This
of it.
way. There it is.
There's the creature. There's the creature. There he is.
After we captured the creature and interrogated him thoroughly, we found out he was really a nice guy, so we hired him on as a road manager and a driver. Hello, we're back again with Bride. We set forth with this video project in hopes of showing our fans kind of what we're like. We showed you a little bit of rehearsal, some of our very bizarre sense of humor, and now we're going to calm down just a little bit and answer a few questions from the narrator. So,
Narrator.
narrator.
Let us know.
We're going to talk a little bit about Bride's past as well as the present and the future. So let's start out with what's already happened, which is a successful release of your debut album, Show No Mercy.
Okay, that's this album right here. We getting this in the...
This is Show No Mercy, our very first release on Pure Metal Records.
That's
And for a lot of those who wonder what our shirts look like, this is the Show No Mercy shirt.
They look somewhat like the
Why?
Show No Mercy album, except
It's
a different
It's
picture.
a different demon.
Is this a paid commercial?
Tax-free.
That's right.
Well,
So that's
all donations
that's
are
that.
tax deductible.
that's that. Next,
We have the most current release,
current release.
Live to Die.
Okay.
Live to Die.
Also available on CD.
Yeah, you
I'll
know that.
hold
and
this.
cassette.
I'll hold the CD.
Yeah.
Dawson, this is Dawson MacDonald. In case
Yes,
you missed
I
his
was
name the
going-
first
Yes,
time.
in case you missed
He's
that.
also
newest-
hold the CD.
You
I'll
hold
hold
the
the
CD,
CD
and you get the T-shirt, Troy.
Okay.
Dawson is the newest member of
Now, by the time you see this video, we will have 2 other shirts available. One which will have this picture here, one like this, which will be front and back, but we'll have none that looks like the CD.
Don't ask how much it
And
costs.
this is what the back of Live to Die looks like.
Well, CDs are on the way out anyway. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, CDs are on their way out. Don't buy
That's
them.
all
Don't buy
I
them.
use.
The albums are coming back.
Let's get up to date.
They're going to be
I got
replaced by
5,000 of these
8-track tape is going to take over now.
8 tracks are on the way back. Digital 8 tracks. But
No, they got sent back, didn't they?
but this
Yeah.
this is the Live to Die shirt. A lot of people wonder what it looks like, and a lot of people wonder what it means. And if you really want to know, I guess you can ask
But
us.
since
If you wanted to,
Go ahead, ask us what it means.
if
Okay.
you wanted to buy the lipstick that girl's wearing, what shade is that?
Oh, it's a cheap crayon.
Yeah,
I think it's crayon red.
yeah, it took us a long time to draw these on with crayon. This is not actually a silkscreen
No, this
shirt.
is not. We do each of these by hand.
Right.
Really.
That's why they're $35 each.
Right, right. $35.
$350 each.
Low budget,
Okay, let's get
high quality.
let's get a little serious. Not too serious because we don't.
Could you speak up over
Crack
there? We
our
can't hear
faces.
you.
What? Let's talk about the music behind both these LPs. Show No Mercy. Now that was, some of those songs were actually from some of the old Matrix.
Yeah.
Okay, which you guys, for those people that don't know, were Matrix before you became Bride. The same people, just a different name. You know, Protect the Innocent, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What song do you think stands out in your minds as not necessarily your personal favorite, but the one that you think really gets the message across about the whole underlying?
On the new one, probably Thunder in the City.
No, that's the old one.
That's the old
Yeah,
one.
I mean that's what I said, except in a different way. I said it backwards.
Yeah, Thunder in the City.
Yeah, but if you said it backwards, it'd be a different way, so why would you want to say it backwards?
Well,
You could
I
just say
don't
it the way
agree with you
said
at
it.
all, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Probably Evil That Men Do. No, that's
Forever in Darkness. No, now he is gone.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Fly Away.
No, Show No Mercy.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's the one that
Well, that's
stands
the
out.
title cut. That was easy.
Yeah, that
Right,
was easy.
right. That's the one that most people enjoy is Thunder in the City.
Well,
Thunder in the
what does Show No Mercy mean in the context of a Christian heavy metal album?
Dale wrote it. Let him
Show No
explain it.
Mercy is about spiritual warfare, about whenever you're needing something and you're praying for it, and some of the complications that the guy has to go through sometimes to get a prayer answered. You know, it's stuff like that.
Okay. Well, on Live to Die.
So what does it really mean?
Well, it's
Yeah, exactly.
well, can we move on?
Yeah, Live to Die is the next album.
Yeah. We haven't got any more but this one.
Yeah,
That's
this
the
is the
last
only one we have.
They pressed 500,000.
Yeah, 5.
No, they pressed 5. This is one
Yeah,
of them.
that's why we are going into the second press.
What happened to the other 495,000? That's on Live to Die. Again, I would imagine the title song "Live to Die" pretty much states what you're trying to do with this creation. But what does "Live to Die" again have to do in the context of the point you're trying to get across?
What is it? Ephesians. In Ephesians somewhere, it says, "For
To
me
live as Christ, to die as gain," which is basically, you're living for the Lord, and when you die, you have no fear, because if you live for the Lord, then you go to heaven.
And you have another life to live, which is...
That's profound.
But I'd like
But
to
if
not
you really
get,
want to think
was it philosophical?
Philosophical.
Yeah, I'd rather not get philosophical.
You never
We'd
can
rather
get
go
enough
ahead
fiddle.
and do this
Never can-
interview, if you don't mind.
Yeah, can we move on?
On the inner sleeve.
That's all we've been doing is moving on. Let's take a break.
On the inner sleeve, you have, that's musicians that always want to take a break. On the inner sleeve, you have a lot of names.
Oh, yeah.
These are people in prison that.
Not really.
You have a
Just kidding.
Cut. Take two.
All right, what was your question?
You have a substantial mailing list inside the Live to Die LP, or a lot of names that I'm told are from your mailing list. Do a lot of these people, when they write you, what are they curious about? What is the most asked question that you get from fans? Not just those people, but people when you're on the road, etc.
What would you think? The most.
Who is Bride? What do they do?
Right,
What do they stand for?
Yeah, most people want to make sure that we're a solid band, that we're dependable, that we're not going to go off on some wild frenzy and not give them something that is meaningful. You know, but Bride will always do meaningful songs, something that people can
Relate to.
relate to, put into some type of spiritual aspect.
Now you've had some pretty distressful calls from people before seeking some type of guidance. You want to elaborate on that, of course, without naming names or getting into specifics or anything.
Well, I've got phone calls, girls that are going the next day to have abortion, people thinking about suicide, people whose families split up and they're very depressed. Depression is something that triggers boredom, and boredom triggers addiction, and addiction leads to death.
And I've answered a lot of calls and letters. Not a lot of letters. Still answers most of the letters, but I've answered a lot of calls about people who have problems with drugs. One guy wrote and said he had a problem with certain other things that we won't go into, but we deal a lot with social problems that kids are having.
Right, we started off really, wanting to spread the word about the Lord and everything, and as it went on, people proved to us that they had a lot of problems that didn't really deal with Christianity, that was just social issues, and we're thinking more seriously about addressing social issues and trying to bring these out in relation to a Christian walk.
So where the church leaves off and maybe wouldn't deal with some people, you guys kind of pick up the slack, like, well, of course.
Right, we are hoping that we're hitting the hardcore audience, the people that we're their last hope.
You guys are eating with the scribes and the Pharisees.
Right, and they eat pretty well.
Okay, the Heavy Righteous Metal compilation LP, which is a pure metal release, has a Bride song on it. Yay!
Right, Metal Mike, written by none other than Scott Hall, our former bassist.
And this compilation LP has how many total bands on it?
1, 2, 3,
10.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
10.
One of which we have did shows with, which is Tempest.
Tempest. Let's plug Tempest.
Tempest, good friends of ours.
We've also done a show with Saint.
Oh, and the Dango Band.
And hey, we've done shows with all these people.
You almost did a show with White Cross.
Almost. We may do a cross with
White Show.
White Show. Gavin, Ray, if you're watching this, we're trying our best.
We really are.
Gavin Morkel was the executive producer on Live to Die, and John Petrie was the producer on Live to Die, just to get those guys.
Pete produced some other people as well, hasn't he?
Right, he's worked with a lot of secular artists, and he's now working quite a bit with pure metal. John is an excellent producer that we hope to use in the future.
Very good, very good.
You think that'll beef up our next production?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Let's cover it.
Breathing awful heavy, Dave.
Okay, Dale, let's talk a little bit about your creative process. You write primarily all the lyrics.
Which way should I look?
Look at their shoes.
Oh, okay.
Because they're the focal point of this interview.
Okay.
This is a foot band.
Right, a foot band. Okay, go ahead.
Your creative process, what's your inspiration for your lyrics? Do you listen to other music? Do you walk in the woods? Do you sing in the shower?
I hate the outdoors, so I don't walk in the woods.
Okay.
That was kind of a silly remark.
Yes, it was. I'd rather scratch it, but we'll go on.
Right, we'll go on since we can't edit this. My influences come usually I'll just be walking along and lyrics will come. I feel like I'm on a boat. And lyrics, I always get these inspirations as I'm on the sea. But I'll get inspirations from, and I could be in the shower just singing the Flintstone cartoon or something like that, and these inspirations will come up. Sometimes I'm without pencil and paper, and I have to rush to a telephone and call Troy and hum something to Troy or tell him so he will remember, because I have a lot on my mind right now, like this hat I bought. Okay.
Okay, who's your biggest influence?
My biggest influence, I like the what? Oh, I can't say that. Okay, I like the Kerry Livgren Seeds of Change album. It was the very first one that Kerry Livgren done, and it was it was
Wipe that off his arm before.
and it was the best Christian rock album ever made. Of course, Kerry Livgren is from Kansas, and now he's playing in AD.
I thought he was from LA.
I don't know. He's blonde. He could be from Sweden. I don't know. Okay. I like Kerry Livgren Seeds of Change album. It's the best in the world.
One last thing. A lot of your fans.
Oh, we just got into this interview.
One last thing on the Dale segment.
Yeah.
A lot of people who have stayed with you for a long time, with obviously the extensive mailing list you have, many of them have. What made you decide to make the transition from playing and singing to just singing?
Basically, I like to enjoy myself on stage, and playing a bass guitar, which I did in Matrix and partially in Bride, was like packing around a human body. You know, it's hard to move with a bass guitar in your hands and trying to stay on the microphone at the same time. So I decided, in order to
Pack a human body instead.
right, I decided just to pack a human body around and throw small people out in the audience. But that's basically the reason. I enjoy moving around on stage and being free and such.
Does it let you expand your vocals as far as range?
Yeah, extremely. Yeah, because I move around in the weirdest fashions when I sing in order to hit certain notes. So with the bass guitar, if I'm singing and I have to move in a weird fashion, I would probably lose the microphone.
So you take care of yourself better.
Right.
Jared talked
Right. And I'll live longer too.
That
That
plug.
Right.
That's a non-paid.
Right, because I had the tendency of running into people on stage because I played the bass guitar up so high.
Right under his chin.
Are we fading?
Okay, we're rolling with Troy. Actually, we're rocking and rolling with Troy now.
Just on this bed.
Yes, the musical bed. Well, Troy, I want to ask you some of the same things I asked Dale, because
Sure.
I'm really a boring person basically, and can't think of anything else. So
Innovative questions.
Excuse me,
Yes,
could
you
maybe you read my review? River City Rocks magazine.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky, own magazine. That's my picture in it. Okay.
That's good enough.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I think that was too long.
The creative process. You write primarily all of the music. There was another person that disappeared that wrote some of the music on the last one, but you write primarily.
Monster got it. Monster
Monster
got
got
it.
that guy. Let me tell you.
We've seen that guy, but you write primarily all the music. And what is your creative process? Where are you most creative? When do you get the inspiration for songs like Show No Mercy and so on?
Inspirations come in cycles with me, and it's like sometimes I'll like go through a long spell without having any inspirations at all, but most of the time I'm just sitting in my bedroom. Lots of times I'll go driving in my car, put the top down, just take off, and I'll get an inspiration that way. But it's usually from just sitting in here rehearsing. That's usually where I get my inspirations from. And then Dale will hum things to me over the phone, which I never know what he's doing. I never have figured that out. Like that.
Maybe he's just lonely.
I think he's lonely.
Who was your biggest musical influence as you were developing as a musician?
Well, if I don't say Dale, he's going to be upset. No, I really didn't have a lot of musical influences. A lot of music teachers helped me.
So you had a lot of formal training?
Yeah, I played music all through school. Played, several different instruments.
No,
and
he
stuff
doesn't
like
know.
that.
Explain.
He knows. He knows me. This guy knows me.
How many different bands have you been in?
I can count them on one hand. A long time ago, me and Dale formed a band called Core Band. The horriblest band in the world. I was probably 16. And,
Those tapes are for sale.
those tapes will never be for sale.
You can't buy. You send me $100 bill, you might get a cut.
No way. We won't let anything that raunchy leave. And then I was with Matrix, and Matrix evolved, metamorphosized, however you want to put it, into Bride. So that's how Bride started. So I've really only been in 2 bands with 3 names.
Ah. Got it. Okay, we're here with Dawson, the guy with 2 last names.
Right. No, there's only one, but really, if you think about it, there's 2. But if you really want to, you could be Dawson.
Dawson.
Okay.
Good answer, man. This guy's working in better than we thought.
Okay, let's see. How did you become the latest member of Bride?
Well, I tried out.
I hate short answers.
Explain this.
No, there's a music store down Clarksville, and this guitar teacher down there gave me my phone number, so they gave me a call, and I came down and tried out. And
Was it an obscene phone call?
well, I won't say, but yeah,
I mean, they didn't call you names or anything.
I won't say.
Okay. Who's your biggest musical influence? Have you been had a lot of formal training?
Yeah, I played classical piano for 12 years and violin for 8 years.
Violin.
Violin.
Yeah.
Violin.
Violin, people kind of get confused.
Yeah.
Do you write on the piano?
Yeah.
And then transpose it to
It's
guitar?
covered with
No.
writing.
I take my.
Don't be writing on a grand piano.
No, I don't mean do you deface your piano. I mean, you write. In other words, do you write on the piano and transpose it to the guitar, or vice versa, or both?
Yes. I take from the piano and write it onto the guitar.
Dawson, can I ask you, do you hear that voice that keeps asking this question? I don't see anybody.
I've been looking around. I can't find you.
Tell us about the initiation.
Well, it was pretty weird because they had this big ball of fire. Remember that?
Right.
They had a thing of fire, and
And
they made me stand in the middle of it and pour gasoline over top of me. Then they made me run, which didn't help too much.
Did they roast marshmallows on you?
Well, yes.
Oh, no.
But you notice his hair.
It's pretty interesting. 'Cause
You still got your eyebrows, though. I don't know if I believe that. 'Cause I know the last guitar player they had, he doesn't have eyebrows anymore. 'Cause he didn't
and why's that?
He didn't do very well in the initiation.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he slipped and fell.
I think I did pretty good. They haven't told me yet. I still,
You're still alive and you still got your eyebrows.
yeah. So I got something going for me.
Okay.
I guess you're wondering why Stephen Rolland and Frank Partipillo, our drummer and bassist, is not here. Well, as you've seen earlier in the video, they went out looking for the thing that keeps
Taking the band members away.
band members. So they're still out looking for them right now.
They shoot up flares from time to time, so we know that they're
Right.
alive.
What was else that we were talking about?
One thing that we want to get across is that the albums that you buy contain the message we want to portray. This video is designed so that you can see us in our own environment.
In other words, this isn't some type of spiritual fulfillment video.
No, this is just like if you was to come to our house, we're pretty nutty. This is how we would act. We want our fans and people to know who we are.
We're
Because-
human beings.
And what we are.
Yeah, we're
and
human beings. We're not
No, I said beings.
beings. We're not human beings.
Human beings.
Oh,
With a G.
but our albums contain our message, and if you ever want to talk to us over the phone,
We
Or-
can be serious.
we can be serious. And if you ever write us a letter, we always personally write back. So you will get a sane response that way. But that's not really how we are.
Speaking of albums,
Okay, so how really are we?
Well,
That didn't make a lot of sense.
we'll avoid that one.
Okay.
speaking of albums, what's the future hold for Bride, tour-wise and album-wise and music-wise?
I'll let Dale answer that.
We don't really see a tour as such. We see a lot of various shows scattered around the nation in different time dates. We don't see anything, a constant tour. The new album will be a ways off. We have yet to begin writing seriously on the album. We have a lot of ideals floating around, total different musical direction because of this gentleman here. We'd like to break him in and make him feel comfortable. So we're going to let him experiment a whole lot. But basically, we're really anxious to get back into the studio. We enjoy writing probably more than anything. We will be doing some shows all around the country, and it should prove very profitable.
How's the
Very
style?
unprofitable.
How's the style shaping up for this album? What's going to be harder?
Probably not. It's going to be more grooving.
More grooving. We'll still throw in a thrash song for those people that like to mosh, and
Mosh it up.
You got an English accent all of a sudden.
I don't know why.
I can't figure out the
They wanna
I don't know why. I'm screaming. But
This is
most of it will
probably-
be real grooving music with extreme heavy beat and screaming guitars and nice melodic vocals again.
Yeah,
You know those
very articulate and understandable.
Pavarotti vocals that you're used to.